Alabaster. Welcome to Council Comments for January 2022. It's our first one, and you get to be on it, Stacy. That's exciting. We've got Stacy Rakestraw. If you are not aware, she is our council member for Ward 3, right?
That's right.
And we are going to start off the year telling everybody a little bit about what's going on in the city. If you follow the Facebook page of the city, we've got a new guy that's kind of handling all the PR stuff right now. Tell us about him.
Neil Wagner, we hired him, and he's just incredible. Our Facebook page is constantly updated.
Yes.
There's even a newsletter for the employees. He's just doing just all kinds of things that nobody else had time to do, but he's just spectacular. And he does photography too for the city, so it's just great.
Neil is absolutely incredible. He's doing great things. Facebook page is constantly updated, so make sure that you follow City of Alabaster on Facebook. You can look at the website, but we're just gonna give you like a little breakdown of what's happening in everyday terms, right?
Yeah.
So let's start, Stacy, with the police department. So, I mean, things are really happening over there.
Yes, and we've made major strides with the building, or the builders have, and the architects.
Yeah.
They're really getting along with it. The second story has walls around it now, and they'll soon start working on the interior part of the building, and hopefully we'll be in by June or July. And I know
this June or July?
Yes. And the police department is so excited and so ready to move after being in that old building for 50 years.
It really blows my mind, because we spoke with some of our law enforcement officers, I don't know, a couple months ago, and they talked about being it for over 50 years in that same small building. They're all kind of spread out throughout the city right now, so this is going to bring them all together. Much deserved.
Yeah, I think it'll help morale so much.
Yeah.
Not that it's bad, but just help with that
Absolutely.
coming into a new building and not being in that old building.
Well, speaking of new, if you haven't noticed, we have a new Alabaster logo that and you're starting to see it pop up in different places now, right?
Yeah.
So we've got it.
That's it, and that's a version of it.
And this is our new
Newsletter.
magazine that's coming out now, which we've all been getting in our mailboxes, and it's absolutely beautiful. You guys have done a great job with this.
Thank you.
But where else are we seeing the logos popping up?
On the vehicles, the city vehicles.
Okay.
Of course, on the city website. So you'll start noticing them around town. It's a gradual process of us getting to just all the little things you don't realize have a logo on them for the city. So it's changing from that blue to the new logo that has the tower in it.
I love it. Changing, rebranding. It feels good. It's January. It feels like
good.
we need a refresh.
As much as we've grown, I think it was a good change.
I do too, absolutely. Now, guys, we have been waiting on this one for a little while, and COVID has kind of come in and derailed plans for the traffic light at Kent Dairy and 17.
Yes.
Now, I know a lot of you have been waiting for this to happen. It's a busy intersection. It's hard to get out of there sometimes, and we have been waiting on the poles, right?
Those giant poles that hold the stoplights up. So they are getting delivered, and they're going to start digging the holes, I think today actually.
Wow.
And so I don't think it'll take them long once they get going that they'll have the street light up and test it for a few weeks and have it going for people to get used to, and then hopefully that'll deter a lot of wrecks.
I mean,
there are a lot.
There are. It's a dangerous intersection. So we are so thankful. Carrie Pate has done a lot of work in getting that going, and I know that delay of the poles was just so.
It's been crazy.
It just is what life is right now, though, right? It's just crazy, everything. So they're here. You should see progress on that immediately. So that's awesome. We're really excited about that. Now, planning and zoning. Let's talk about this. So we've got different committees in the city. One of them is the Planning and Zoning Committee.
That's right.
Tell me a little bit about what you guys are doing.
Well, one of the things that has been a big topic is a development is coming, and they want to put in a senior living and memory care unit, and they found some property on Industrial Road and County Road 95.
Okay.
Right across from Kingwood Church.
Yes.
And it passed through planning and zoning, and then it came to the council, and the developers answered all the details as far as that it's specifically a true memory care senior living, and there's federal laws they have to follow, and they've gotten 33 beds for the memory care unit, so it'll only serve people who are ages 62 and up, or fall into the memory care type of category.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be a great thing. It'll be gated. They've got a lot of work they're doing to help with the landscaping and buffering, so that the neighborhood behind them, Greenfield, and then even Apache Ridge and it'll be a very private
facility.
Nice little,
yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, very needed here. A memory care facility is something that we don't really have, right?
Yes.
So
no, we don't have one at all.
That is wonderful. I know that. I mean, that we've talked about dementia, and it affects so many people. So to have that right here in such a nice facility coming, that's exciting. So just more to come on that, I'm sure.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Now, the library. I love the library. We have a great library.
We do. We have a new librarian since Nan Abbott retired, and she's done a great job. They have a new sign that lights up. I don't know if you ever drive on, First Avenue or go by there.
I haven't been there yet.
But they just have continual changes and programs and just interesting things that go on for people of all ages.
They really do. It's great for kids. They've got such a great kids area and so many programs going on with kids, but not just kids. Like you say, it is all ages. They've got stuff going on.
They do things for Medicare, people to understand Medicare, tax season's coming up, so they do a great job.
Okay, so they're having a blood drive, right?
Yes, it's with a nonprofit company called Life South, and that will be January 31st at the library. So if you can give blood, there's a big need for blood right now.
Absolute goodness gracious. Yes, so January 31st, Alabaster Library.
That's right.
Albert L. Scott Library, to be specific. Words are hard for me today. Okay, now let's talk about the city. We've gotten a couple of little prestigious awards here.
I know.
So what about the city in general, our safety? Talk about that.
The city was ranked in the top 25 of all the cities in the state as one of the safest cities. So we'll have to give the credit to the police department. They do a great job. The policemen, the administration, and the investigators,
right?
The SROs, all of them.
Oh,
they just do an incredible job. So we're just thankful that we were named one of the safest cities, and not surprised either.
I mean, I'm not surprised, but very thankful. What a great place to raise a family.
It is,
right?
It is.
Now, our finance department also received a great award. Now, this is headed up by John Haggard.
Yes.
Right? And he is very well loved in the city, right? Everybody loves Sean. He does a great job.
He breaks down finance to where all of us can understand it. So it's
we
incredible.
love that. We love that. So talk to me about the award that they received.
Okay, so we have audits every year, but you can go above and beyond those regular audits. And we got the best report back for our audit for a city the last 2 years in a row. And so this year they did another report, and they were named, let me read it to you because it's long. So they won a prestigious finance reporting award from the Government Finance Association of the United States and Canada.
Wow.
So that's
that sounds really big. I'm not a financial type girl, but that sounds amazing.
It is. It's a really big deal.
I'm proud of our finance department.
And you can go on our website. There's anything you want to know about the finances of the city, you can find it there.
Right, very transparent, which I absolutely love about the city. You guys are very transparent, we let us know what's going on, which is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of, city's hiring.
Yes, we have a lot of openings with a growing city and people retiring. The police department, the fire department, the finance department, courts they're hiring a magistrate, Parks and Rec, and then our wastewater treatment plant has 2 openings. So if you're looking for a job,
so you can get on, like we said, the City of Alabaster Facebook page. It's Neil's posted that on there. You can go on the website, but lots of opportunities in lots of different areas too. So definitely,
and it's a lot. They have a lot of. We have great benefits, and we have very competitive wages. And of course, you get a retirement plan when you work for the city through the state. And
Love it.
So it's good.
And it's Alabaster. Like,
Yeah.
who wouldn't want to work, right? Now, we've got some new businesses coming to the Promenade, which I am excited about. So tell me about them.
Well, Home Goods, we've been waiting on them for a while, and they put it off till 2022, but there's work being done, and they should be opening soon, which will be exciting. But then a new store just put their sign up, and they haven't opened up yet, but it's on the left of Rack Room Shoes, and it's called Pop Shelf. And it's like a $5 and under store that has, it's kind of like
a little of everything.
A little of everything, yes.
So, and I also read that this company is owned by Dollar General.
Yes.
Which I think it's super interesting. I kind of was looking a little bit into an article on it, and it just looked like, I mean, there's a little bit of everything from snacks to home decor to clothing. Just
yes.
Hey, look, I love a fun little shop like that. So I think it's a perfect spot too, right there by Rack Room, right there at TJ Maxx, Target.
Yeah, you should Google it and look it up and look at all the different things. But they're all over the Southeast now, and they've spread now. The first one opened up in Nashville, I believe, and so now we got picked, and so I'm just glad they chose us.
Well, come on, Pop Shelf, we're ready for it. Well, Stacy, thank you so much for giving us the lowdown on what's going on. It's a new year. I know we're going to have so much. There's so many exciting things happening, and I can't wait to see it all unfold this year. Thank you again for coming, and we'll see you next time, maybe in a few months.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Make sure you join us next month on another Council Comments brought to you by the City of Alabaster.